wifey, never been a mistress. Go digital, no competition. Fuck you, me, my flow splendid. Boy, so sick, them shit's ridiculous. Bitch took a shot, she aimed to miss it. Shoot free throw, Blake Griffin.
Woman, I literally watched a Netflix documentary about this like 2 days ago. This like white guy who was, by all intents and purposes, psychotic and had like kidnapped all these kids. Like just a crazy dude. We can all find that.
Okay, this is a very common argument that Nakers and Mammies like to use. They like to sit there and say that, well, the white man does it too, and the white man and y'all divestors ignore that. Divestors never once say that this doesn't happen in other communities. This is a fucking false argument. Okay, I swear these fucking Mammies and Nakers will make up false arguments in their heads that they think divestors say. We don't fucking say that shit. We don't ever fucking say that crime never happens in other communities. We don't say that. But they love to repeat the same rhetoric over and over again in hopes to make us look like as if we are white male worshipers or we're just ignoring. Like, I'm fully aware of crime statistics around the world, okay? Most divestors are, okay? And never once did we say that, black males are the only ones committing crimes. But if you study the numbers and the the arrest records and the nature of the crimes and things like that, black males are committing more crimes than any other race of men, okay? And they don't want to discuss that. They don't want to talk about that. Instead, they want to sit there and call us extreme for being educated. They want to call us a hate group for being educated and knowing about crime statistics in our own area, okay? In our own community, all right? We're not extremists. We're extremely smart, okay? We represent that 1% of black women. We're not going to sugarcoat shit. I know how the fucking black community is. I know what the crime statistics in the black community is. I am not a fucking mammy who's going to sit here and ignore it. I'm not. Okay, because I'm offended. Oh, the stats are racist. I'm offended. Well, then be offended, bitch. I'm going to be safe. Okay, fuck out of here.
We can find it from an Asian guy. We can find it from, a Mexican guy. It's like, you're going to find bad apples in literally every single community. You're going to find homicide, especially, as you go into lower socioeconomic, areas where a lot of people are struggling financially. You're going to find more crime, whether it's a white rural area or it is a urban all black area. You're going to find more crime. But what happens?
Whatever. I can guarantee you there's more crime in urban areas than in the country. Okay. I grew up in the Midwest nearly my entire life. Okay. Surrounded by cornfields and forests. All right. And we didn't have no crimes and shootings and all kind of stuff like that, like you see in urban areas. Okay, nobody wants to talk about all the violence that is in urban areas compared to white areas. They want to motherfucking sugarcoat that shit and act like it don't motherfucking exist or it's the same. It's not the fucking same. Okay, wherever there's Nakers, there's going to be motherfucking more violence. Point blank, period. You can't convince me any otherwise. Okay, you can't.
What happens is, we'll take these scenarios that are already proving their point. They'll take one-off scenarios and then they'll just run with it. They say, "Oh,
we don't need to take one scenario and just run with it." That's what you Mammies and you Nakers do. Y'all will take one scenario of a white man harming a black woman, and y'all are the motherfuckers who will run with that shit. Y'all are the ones that'll take old ass stories from months and years ago and fucking keep bringing it up in the comment sections over and over again, because in large, white men are not the ones out here harming black women. It's you Nakers that are. And statistics back that up. All right? Miss me with the bullshit.
Here's a black guy who deleted his wife.
We don't need to take one story and run with it. Every time I wake up in the morning and turn on my TV, there's some Naker on there motherfucking robbing a bank, doing this, doing that, drive-bys, this, that, sexually assaulting this. And you know what I mean? It's like literally, hundreds and thousands of examples of nakers pretty much being violent and disgusting. Okay, I don't need to take one example and run with it. All right, that's what you mammies do. Okay,
all black men delete their wives. All black men are dusties. And then they'll take that.
And we don't say all black men are dusty, okay? I have never in my life said all black men are dusty. My father is a black man, and he taught me how to divest. So, no, and he's definitely not dusty. My father is a Vietnam veteran and a successful businessman. And no, I do not look at all black males as they're dusty. I don't believe that. But do I fuck with them? Absolutely not. Next.
Deleted his wife. All black men delete their wives. All black men are dusties.
We don't say that. We don't say all black men are dusty. We don't say that. Now, you might have some divestors that do, but I don't. I don't say that shit. Nope.
Take that FBI crime set I've talked about this multiple times, how that whole every 6 hours a black woman is being deleted by a black man. It's complete BS, because it's like
you say that it's complete BS, but where's your stats, ma'am? Where is your statistics? Okay? Because what you just said is an opinion. It's not facts. Okay? See, what these mammies and nakers fail to understand is that divestors study statistics and facts. Fuck your feelings, okay? I've been on professional debate squads in both high school and college. If you come up to me and you're saying, I feel like this and I feel like that, and you're not coming with any facts, I'm going to look at you like a clown. The fact that she wants to sit there and talk about, the statistics involving black women being deleted every 5 hours, that's a complete bullshit. And then proceed to talking on to the next topic without giving any substantial evidence shows how these mammies operate, okay? They don't operate out of facts. They don't operate out of evidence. They operate out of feelings, okay? They're offended that their men are trash. They're offended that their men are, that you can recognize that their men are trash. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? That's why they hate divestors so much, because we recognize motherfucking stats and statistics, and we're like, no, I don't want that for myself. I don't want to be a motherfucking baby mama, an unwed baby mama. I don't want that for myself, and they will hate you for it. These mammies and nakers will hate you because you don't want to live a life of degeneracy. You want to be a respectable wife. You don't want to be a fucking another statistic of theirs. So they'll hate you for it, okay? Because they're mentally sick, all right? Misery loves company, all right? They want to stay down. They want you to stay down right along with them. And it's not going to happen with fucking divestors. That's why they're fucking obsessed with us, because we're doing a lot better than them, okay? All the pitfalls that they've fallen into, we've avoided, okay?
They're literally taking FBI crime arrest. Those are not even convictions. Not to mention, 1/3 of the race of a lot of these homicides are unknown. 1/3 of crimes aren't even arrested. There's all these unknown variables.
There is no unknown variables when every time you get arrested, you get a mugshot and a DNA test and motherfucking fingerprinted. We know that these are nakers fucking doing it. What are you talking about? There's no unknown variables. Okay? Do you know the detailed information that goes involved with every arrest, every crime that happens? FBI crime statistics are very detailed. There is no unknown variables. Okay?
And then you're not taking into consider exoneration. So it's like you cannot accurately say that every 5 or every 6 hours of
exonerations are very few and far in between. Okay? It's not happening a lot. All right? Most nakers who are committing these crimes have committed these crimes, and then they end up going back out in the streets and recommitting crimes. Okay, so miss me with the bullshit.
Is being deleted by black men. There's no evidence of that. When you actually look,
there's no evidence of that. Look at the fucking graveyards. Look at the motherfucking. Every time you turn on the motherfucking news, there's some motherfucking naked that done shot somebody, did drive-bys or did something. You know what I mean? Look at the Olympian that got hit upside the head with a metal pipe. Did you know that the dude that did that attacked like 4 other women? Okay? Nakers are a protected class in this motherfucking country thanks to you raggedy ass motherfucking mammies preaching this type of rhetoric, okay? Straight up. You know what I mean? These nakers are out here committing crimes left to right, and you got the nerve to sit there and say there's no evidence. There's no evidence of black males committing crimes out here, and bitch, you're fucking delusional. You are absolutely delusional. Every time I turn on my motherfucking TV or wake up and look at my phone, there's some crime story about what a naker has done, okay? Divestors don't need to take one little story and run with it. No, that's what y'all mammies and nakers do. Okay? White men done it too.
There is no evidence of that. But like I said, they'll take these situations, they'll take these bad, horrible stories, and then they'll just run with it, and then they'll just add in their narrative.
We don't need to add in no narratives, okay? I don't need to add in no narratives. When that homeless naker busted that woman upside the head, he attacked 4 other women. What the fuck narrative did I add with that? Okay? What the fuck narrative do divestors need to add with it? Our narrative is stay the fuck away from nakers because they will probably hurt you, and the government statistics back that the fuck up. That's the fucking narrative divestors have. We got common sense narratives. Okay? But you mammies, y'all motherfucking narratives are the ones that are fucked up. Because y'all are calling us a hate group and all kind of shit. All right? We're not out here deleting nakers every 5 hours. But these motherfuckers from the black manosphere are. That's why the FBI listed they fucking asses as a hate group, and they're dismantled as we speak. Fuck out of here.
It's not substantiated by data. And that in and of itself is propaganda. Right? You take one scenario.
Ain't no motherfucking propaganda. All right? All these stories coming from Blackistan are all fucked up. All right? And we don't need no propaganda. Y'all produce your own propaganda because y'all fucked up. Y'all violent as fuck. Every time you turn around, there's some fucked up stories like that fight at that fast food, all them nakers out there fighting and shit. That's what the fuck y'all do. Talk about propaganda. Fuck out of here.
Usually it's one-sided. You hide all the other evidence. You don't even provide evidence.
We don't need to hide shit. It's out in the open. Everybody's got fucking cameras on their phones and shit filming you motherfucking nakers acting out of control. Filming you motherfucking nakers breaking the law every fucking 5 seconds. Get the fuck out of here. All right? Nobody needs to make up nothing about these nakers. Nobody needs to make no false narratives about these motherfuckers. Every time you turn on the damn news, here they is done did something. Having shootouts with police and shit. Motherfucker don't give a fuck about women and children. They don't give a shit about nothing. Okay? Every time they move into a community, they tear it the fuck up. Okay? Crime rate goes up. I don't believe in fucking coincidences. All right? Everywhere nakers go, fucking crime goes sky motherfucking high. And you sitting there talking about, there ain't no evidence and shit. This is how fucking delusional these mammies are. She's sitting here trying to cape for a group of males that don't give 2 fucks about her, wouldn't even spit on her ass if she was fucking on fire. And she got the nerve to actually talk about how crime statistics that could potentially affect her are false. All right? These mammies are going to get what they deserve. They let them go ahead and frolic in Blackistan. All right? Us divested women, we going to stay over here and live our normal lives. That's what the fuck we're going to do.
And then you just fill in the blanks with your own narrative. Not based upon any statistical data. Not based upon...
Not on actual data. FBI crime statistics is data, man. Okay? Get the fuck out of here.
Any scientific analysis, not based upon any of that, just based upon your own experience, maybe her experience, or your own biases. And this is what I've seen happen over and over.
Most black women have some negative experiences regarding Blackistan. Statistics show that a large proportion of black women are sexually assaulted by the age of 18. Okay? because of these motherfucking disgusting perverted ass nakers, okay? We're taught in Blackistan as young girls to not be fast around these grown ass men that shouldn't be looking at motherfucking children to start with, okay? So there's a lot of problems in Blackistan, and the fact that she wants to sit there and focus on fucking divestors who want to get away from all of that shows how motherfucking delusional a lot of these mammies are.
And over again with these channels. And this is why it's so dangerous. Because if you get
dangerous? The only ones that are dangerous is you, ma'am. The only ones that are dangerous are you fucking nakers, okay? Because anyone that gets around these nakers, 1 out of 3, your chances of being a victim or a victimizer, if you lived in a black community, that's what the statistics are, okay? You mammies are fucking dangerous because you will put a naker before your own children, okay? You will set a woman up for a motherfucking naker, all right? Don't get me motherfucking started on that. You're talking about divestors are dangerous? We're living our fucking lives. We're engaged to be married to our brads. I'm too busy planning to my motherfucking wedding to my brad while you're sitting here talking about divestors are dangerous. No, you're fucking dangerous because you're sitting here trying to preach about divestment and you don't know shit about, and you're trying to keep young black women trapped in Blackistan where they're going to be motherfucking baby mamas, catch HIV, or be a victim of crime. So no, you're the one who's fucking dangerous.
Impressionable girls who maybe they're confused or maybe they have a bad relationship with their dad or they're mad at him.
I've never had a bad relationship with my dad. I had a mother and a father in my life. Okay, no, divestors, you know, hey, we come from all walks of life, but for me personally, I've had a strong relationship with my father. My dad is a successful businessman. He's a Vietnam veteran. He's very religious. He's a deacon, and he's highly respected in the community. My dad was the one that taught me how to divest. You see how these motherfucking mammies will sit up here and make up lies about divestors? You don't fucking know me. You don't get to fucking decide how my life turned out. Okay? You don't get to decide how my relationship with my dad is and all this stuff like that. Okay? I'm lucky as a black woman to have the type of father that I had in my life. Fuck out of here. My father taught me how to divest. My father taught me how raggedy these black males are and how most of them motherfucking will make you baby mamas. Okay? If it wasn't for my father, I don't even know if I would be divested. Okay, my dad taught me how to divest at a very young age.
Or they got their heart broken from a young guy or whatever it may be. You take these young, impressionable girls, you bring them into these scenarios where these women are bitter and they're angry and
we're not bitter. We're not angry at all. We're just fed up and we want nothing to fucking do with you or Blackistan. There is nothing that Blackistan has to fucking offer other than HIV, high crime rates, motherfucking low marriage rate. We don't want that. Okay? Why is it so fucking hard for you mammies to understand that we don't want that shit? All right? We don't want the lowest performing groups of males on the fucking planet that are going to talk about our hair and weave and nails and weave. And they're not building shit. They're not contributing shit. They motherfucking abandon their fucking kids. They don't take care of shit. Okay, we don't want that. All right? Why is there something wrong with us for not wanting that? Okay? It's because we black, so we're conditioned to want garbage and trash when it comes to our men. Because our men ain't shit. Our men, have the highest motherfucking unemployment rates, causing the economy billions of fucking dollars. But they don't want to talk about that shit. You want to talk about divestors and how we're dangerous. No, we're dangerous because we're saving black women. Okay? You are never fucking too old to fucking divest. That's what the fuck they don't like. They don't like that we're waking black women up and there's a division in the black community now. Because a lot of us, we're fed up. We don't want no motherfucking parts of the dysfunction that is the black community. All right? If it wasn't for black women, the black community would be fallen because we are in a forced matriarchy. Because our men ain't shit. They don't want to build nothing. They don't want to do nothing. And they want to act like fucking victims. All right? They don't want to take any accountability for anything they fucking do. They just want to blame women and blame whitey. Fuck out of here.
They're filled with hatred And it's toxic.
The only thing toxic is the black community. That's why these nakers sit up here, motherfucker, talk about your hair, your skin color, you ain't this, you ain't that. Other groups of women are more submissive and better than you. But these nakers don't build nothing, don't fucking provide nothing, but want to tear down their own women. You talking about divestors are toxic? No, we're not toxic. We too busy living our lives, okay? That's why a lot of us love to post pictures and videos of us enjoying our lives, because these mammies and nakers love to talk about how miserable we are. But how the fuck you gonna talk about I'm miserable when I'm out at a fucking Rob Zombie concert living my fucking best life? I'm sitting here out eating at restaurants with my fucking Brad. Like, I'm living a normal life, okay? You can't motherfucking tell me anything about my life, dude. Miss me with the bullshit. Okay, that's why I post fucking videos of me out swimming at the pool and out at the Hispanic festivals, eating Mexican food and shit, and just enjoying my life, because these fuckers will sit up here talking about how miserable we are. No, we're not miserable. You motherfuckers are miserable. That's why you're obsessed with divestors and you will always want to talk about us, because our lives are way fucking different than yours. Okay,
that's what's going on here. So let me move on to my next point here. She's getting into a car. Down there, she says, oh, we got nakers nakering. She basically just goes on to talk about, oops, sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, she goes on to basically talk about how, where did it go? Sorry, guys. Okay, she goes on to talk about how she believes that white women and black men have the same pathology. Literally,
they do have the same pathology. They're always perpetual victims. You know what I mean? You look at with the feminist movement and, with these white liberal type women. I mean, what are they always crying about? The white man. The white man this. And the white. Look at Chelsea Handler, that comedian. I'm not dating white men, and this is why I'm not dating white men, because they're terrible, and the way they think, and the way and all this shit like that. What does that sound like to you? That sounds like a fucking naker. Okay? Black males and white women get along very well. And the reason why is because they're weak and they're perpetual victims. I'm talking about the liberal ones. I'm not talking about all white women. But you know what I'm talking about. Them liberal white women who are always crying about white men all the time. Like, bitch, miss me with that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? Like, we all have the fair opportunities to be whatever the fuck we want. Okay? We're not living in the 1920s anymore. Okay? Time to move forward. All right? You want to be a victim, then that's on you. Okay? I'm not. I'm a black woman. I'm black and I'm a woman. And I certainly don't see myself as a victim, and I don't think you should either. Okay?
It says, been saying forever that white women and black men have the same pathology, crippling insecurity and perpetual.
They do. You know what I mean? And black males have no problems being subservient, being took care of by a woman. I mean, they're more feminine than white women. All right? They ain't got no motherfucking problems sitting their asses on a couch, unemployed, not doing shit, driving a woman's car, living in a woman's house. All right? Having a woman buy clothes and shit from the nakers have no problems with that. They don't want to build shit, okay? So, yeah, a naker and white women have a lot in common, okay?
She implied herself that seeing white women paired up with black men would make her feel better, in spite of her fear of the so-called interracial agenda, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So just, and here's some more receipts of her basically talking about why, white women are this, but she wants to get with a white man. I mean, you guys kind of have this. You guys kind of have the sense. But at the core, a lot of these women, they just don't like white women, and it's probably because they see white women as their competition. Because
I don't see white women as a threat at all. This is another fallacy. See, you mammies are the ones who are jealous of white women. You mammies are the ones who are threatened by white women. Why? Because y'all asses don't motherfucking hang out with white people. I grew up around whites nearly my entire life. Okay? I'm not fucking looking at whites and light-skinned people as exotic. Okay, when you grew up around whites since you were a little baby on up to adulthood, light skin and light colored eyes is not something that I consider like, oh, that's, amazing or anything like that. I don't look at it like that. Okay. But with a mammy, y'all mammies are the ones who are motherfucking intimidated by white women. Y'all the ones who motherfucking don't like white women and exoticals and shit like that. In divested world, okay, the black woman is the preference, okay? I'm not threatened by no white woman. I've never fought no white woman for no white man, okay? Because I don't chase men. All right, you mammies do that shit. Y'all always want to put your own behaviors on divestors, okay? And what it is called self-projection. That's what the fuck you're doing. Everything that you say that we're doing is actually what the fuck you're doing. Okay? Like, miss me with the bullshit. No, I do not hate white women. Some of my best friends are white. And I know that's a very cliche saying, but literally, y'all see me in fucking videos hanging out with my motherfucking friends. Okay? Kicking it. All right? Fuck out of here. There's always some like Naker Mammy who really doesn't hang out with white people who think that she can lecture blacks about white people. Like, I guarantee she don't even hang out with fucking white people. But she wants to sit there and talk about how divestors hate white people. Like, girl, you don't even know shit about white people. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to take advice from a mammy about white culture.
They most definitely are. Because if we look at the rates today, white men are still marrying the white women. They still prefer to marry, white women.
And, this is a very common tactic, to try to discourage black women from dating outside their race. She's pretty much repeating the same fucking rhetoric that black males repeat. White men don't want you. White men still prefer their women over. Nobody said that they didn't. Who cares? But me as a black woman, I've dated white men my entire life, and I've never had a problem attracting or keeping a white man. So you can miss me with the bullshit, okay? You can miss me with the bullshit. You will never make me feel insecure that I'm not going to step outside my race and motherfucking explore my fucking options. Because I've dated nothing but white men, okay? Now, what if I was some impressionable black woman listening to this fucking mammy? Okay, I would have just assumed all white men don't want me or won't find me attractive. I'll just give up. That's what they fucking want. They want you to give up your options because she deep down wants you to be miserable like her. Okay, look at the pool of men that she's motherfucking probably fucking with. All right, I guarantee she fucking with some nakers. And they don't even prefer her ass. All right, they're picking Ling Ling and Sarah and everything else over her. But she got the nerve to sit there and tell you that you need to limit your options and to close your mind off. Black women are the most race loyal women on the planet. They date outside their race the least out of everything. And this is the reason why, because of this sort of rhetoric.
I see nothing wrong with that. That's kind of normal. Like, people generally tend to date and marry within their own ethnic.
Okay, well then I guess my situation is abnormal because I'm engaged to be married to a white man. And you know what? I said that under her comment sections too, under her video. You know what I mean? Like, she's sitting there saying, white men don't want you argument. I'm like, yeah, okay. My man is white. Okay. And I'm engaged to him. Where's your ring at, mammies? See, a lot of you mammies are so focused on divestors and white men and shit. Our white men are actually marrying us. Our white men are actually making us like a part of their lives. Y'all, mammies, y'all are sitting here struggling to keep a naker, okay? These nakers are not making you wives. They're making you baby mamas, all right? And you got the nerve to sit there and talk about divestors are miserable. No, we're definitely not miserable. We're doing far better than you.
That's not surprising. But yeah, I mean, for black women who do really prefer white men, white women are the biggest competition, especially if they're going for the high value ones. And so that's why I don't like them. But like I said, it's weird to me because I'm like, if you actually want to get integrated into the community, you probably should learn from them. You probably should study from the women who grew up around them, who, raised them, who talked to them, went to family gatherings, went to church with them. You should be integrating yourself into those women's lives.
I already do that, mammy. Everything you just said, I already do. Again, I grew up around whites my entire life. Okay, I actually spend more time around my white side of the family than my black side. Okay, all right. Like when my family has Thanksgiving, like my white side of the family, like my fiance's parents and his sister and her husband have Thanksgiving or Christmas, I'm expected to be there. They would think something was wrong if I wasn't there. If you go to my in-laws' house, you will see photos of me on the wall. Okay, so I don't fucking need advice from a fucking Mammy who's affiliated with fucking Blackistan about how to integrate into white culture. As a black woman, I don't fucking feel a need to change myself that much either. I am who I am, okay? I'm not going to sit there and go, oh my God, and start talking like this. Oh my God. Like, I'm not going to fucking be fake. I'm not going to be phony. I'm going to be myself, okay? And, I think that, you know, she's in no position to be trying to give advice about how to attract a white man when she probably doesn't have one. She probably doesn't even have a black man. Like, you know, miss me with the bullshit.
Learning from them, studying from them if you want to get them in, or if you want to learn how to, you know, attract a man from their community. So it doesn't make any sense to me. That's why to me, I'm just like, this is all cap, because the very ones who could kind of actually help you in this process, you don't want to work with.
Get the fuck out of here. You talking about it's all cap? Ma'am, then you need to go look at my channel, okay? Because there's nothing cap about divestors. See, you motherfucking mammies are so jealous and so pressed over the fact that we're living our best lives that you want to call our lives cap. All right, I got fucking physical evidence of my motherfucking divestment when I leave fucking videos of me and my man enjoying our lives together, okay? That's why I fucking post videos of me going to concerts, videos of me and my man going swimming, videos of me and my man eating out and dinner. Because these stupid mammies will actually sit up here and accuse you of lying about your fucking life. Okay, they're so bitter and mad that you have the guts to change, that you have the guts to live a different life and think differently than them, that they will accuse you of lying about being divested. Okay? So, you know, don't be shy, you know, post some snap pictures of you on a date, you know what I mean? And prove these motherfuckers wrong. I love it. I love proving people wrong, you know, it really makes my day. You know, I've lost count how many times I have a fucking nigger talking about, you ain't with no white man and you ain't engaged to be married and you ain't digging you, and they shut the fuck up real fast when I'm posting pictures of me and my man together. I don't need to sit here and lie about being divested. We don't need to lie about being, and you know what? Divestment is not about just being with white men. Divestment is just about getting the fuck away from the black toxic ass community in general. Okay? So, you know, keep your heads up, ladies. We're doing good because we got everyone's feathers in a ruffle. And, you know, I know that I'm doing something when motherfuckers are sitting here making whole videos about our fucking movement. For real. Every time you turn around, there's a fucking video about divestors, you know, because they know it's going to get them clicks and views. All right. So anyway, if you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more content below. Thank you for supporting my content. I love all of you. Have a good night.
Your life's a bitch, but mine's a diva. Whoopie red lips, outfit like a cheetah. Team camel toe, bitch, I am the leader.